Today we are going to continue talking about the distributive property. Yesterday we used an area model where we took the outside numbers, this side number here, 3, and distributed it to each part. We took the 3 and multiplied it with the 6, and then we distributed that 3 and multiplied it with that 8. We used these area models to show both our factored form and our expanded form. Today, we're simply going to use equations. Now, once again, we have our expression set up. 3 is outside of those parentheses. Inside, we have 7 plus 2. Now, when we have numbers like this, we could just combine this to say 9 and then multiply that by 3. And simplify our expression that way. However, soon we are going to get into having variables and such here. So we want to know how to distribute that 3 first. So when we have our number outside of the parentheses and there is no symbol here, that means we multiply, right? Just like always. But now what we can do is take that 3 and distribute it. So we distribute it to the 7, distribute it to the 2. So we get 3 times 7 plus 3 times 2. This is the same thing we did yesterday with our area models. We just had the boxes to help us. Today we're taking away those boxes and solely using the equation. This right here is our factored form when we have that factor of 3 outside. Remember, factors are things that we multiply. So the factor of 3 is outside being multiplied to the parentheses. Whereas this is our expanded form. We've expanded out our expression. So when we have this, we distribute that 3, 3 times 7 plus 3 times 2, and then we will pause for now. We can do this when we have both subtraction and addition inside of our parentheses. Now, this is how it looks algebraically. Again, we've got those variables here that A gets distributed to B and C. If we even had another letter here or another term here, we could distribute that A to everything inside only. Okay, so then we've got A times B plus A times C. Same with subtraction. All right, so let's try a couple here. Like I said, we are not using those models this time. We're simply distributing. Sometimes it helps to draw those arrows. I'm going to distribute that 5 to both X and 7. So what does that look like? Well, it would look like 5 times X first. We want to make sure that first term goes first. And then 5 times 7. Our 5 times 7 comes second, since 7 is second inside our parentheses. If those arrows aren't necessary to you, that's fine. But this is as far as we are going to go right now. All right, let's try another one. Here we have 4 times X and then 4 times 8 plus 4 times 8. This is the expanded form of this expression. So these have the same value, they're just written differently. How would I distribute this expression? Well, I would take that 3, I would distribute it to my 7x, 3 times 7x, and we know that 7x means 7 times x. Add addition here, so we can add here. If we had subtraction here, we would have to subtract here, but we have addition, so we bring over our addition sign, and then we've got 3 times 5. So this is our expanded out form of this same expression. One more here. How do I distribute this? Well, I take 9 times 2x plus 9 times 6. And that is as far as we are going to go. We just want to get these equivalent expressions. We want the expanded form of our factored form. Remember that this is factored form because 9 is a factor being multiplied with the entire set of parentheses.